Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and happy Thanksgiving Eve. Recently, the Four Horsemen have revealed their new wave of figures coming in 2026 or early 2027 called Dawns of Discovery. With that wave, they have introduced us to a plethora of new races. And today, we're going to be taking a look at one of those races in particular with the secret table drop, Koi. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Over the past year, Articulated Empire has become your trusted online retailer. They carry all the latest lines like Mythic Legions, Valiverse, AWOC, Zesray Studios, and much, much more. They ship your items quickly and securely. You'll be quite happy with how Steve and his team follow through with their care and attention. Articulated Empire also offers free shipping over $75 and no tax except for Illinois residents. So head over to articulatedempire.com today and build your empire. All right, here we have Koi in package, and he is a secret table drop. So what do I mean by a secret table drop? A secret table drop was something that the Four Horsemen started at LegionsCon way back in 2023. When you got to the front door of the area where you could go in and shop at the Four Horsemen table, there was somebody from the studio that would basically say, hey, pay very close attention to the figure right next to the register. It is a brand new figure that has never been revealed before. You'll want to pay attention. And that turned out to be the Valiant Knight. Last year they did the same thing, but it was with the Ninian Guard, the sort of the snake, the Aztec snake guard looking character. And in both cases, they were previews of new body parts and pieces that were basically coming in the wave that was announced at G-Con the day before. So with the Valiant Knight, of course, he was a preview of what was the new body, the new articulation that was to come in the Necronominus wave. He had the smaller torso, the extra cuts in the arms, and that was to make room for all the soft good tunics that would fit over the characters in the Necronominus wave. Last year, they announced the Reign of Beasts line that had a lot of like dragon and snake styled characters. The Ninian Guard used a lot of those parts. He was a preview of the Reign of Beasts. And then this year, it's no different. Koi is a named character. He was mentioned in one of the bios for one of the characters that was revealed on Friday in the Dawns of Discovery line. A line of a lot of aquatic and seafaring piratey style characters as we broaden the world of Mythoss and take to the open seas. Koi here is a preview of that wave of figure of things to come with new fishy parts and pieces. As such, we don't have a faction symbol yet for him. We just have the Four Horsemen logo. We do have a write-up of Koi's bio here. Like I said, he is a named character. He is Koi. He is a koi fish. He is the captain of a seafaring vessel that is crewed by other of his race. He is called the Amuurian. So this is I believe he is the first Amuurian that we're getting in the wave. I can notice some parts and pieces here that I haven't previously seen, like a little tail right here. It looks like a head armor. There's another piece of something down in here that looks like another part of his body. We'll figure that out. Here on the back, we have some beautiful artwork. I'm assuming that's by Nate Barch. And this is the key art for the Dawns of Discovery. We can see the ocean in the distance and arriving at a land that we don't know about. Here is a current write-up of the state of Mythoss and, of course, everybody who works at the studio. So let's get this guy opened up and see if our secret fishy friend here is as fire as I think he may be. Alrighty, we got a lot of parts and pieces to get to, so let's get after it. We do have this staff that he comes with, and I got to tell you, I am not the resource to go to when looking at parts and pieces to know if we have seen them before. Sometimes I'll recognize a part, sometimes I don't. So, you know, if you're looking for that resource, I would say go to Bill from Dork Lair, Jared from Toy Bro, Curtis Ackerman from Art by Ackerman. Go to those guys. They know their parts and pieces and what's been reused. I don't know if this is new or if this is something that we've seen before. I'm not sure. But here is a part and a piece right here that we might have seen before. I'm not sure. This might be new, or this might be... Yeah, I think this might be a new headpiece here. I could be wrong, but yeah, you push this all the way in. Boy, that's a very tight fit. There we have it. And then you have this very nice long staff, much taller than the figure itself. We do have a set of new pauldrons that we've never seen before. Again, these characters are made with the idea that that they would have foraged and pillaged parts and pieces from different things, maybe wove things together from materials they had on hand. So we have a pair of shoulder pauldrons that look as if they were woven, and we are getting a mix of what would look to be like in world would be like some steel or some iron parts, some woven basket, maybe some leather, and then some more iron parts here in the front, which look really nice. I love those shoulder pauldrons. We do get this dwarven sword that we've seen before. We get it with a black and a very reddish bronzy color, which I really love. And then we get his, what would in essence be a gorget. Again, it looks like it's some sort of neck protection, and it looks like it's woven, and you've got maybe like some bone or some wood and leather parts and pieces here, which look really, really dope. Now, we do get quite a bit of hands on him in the package. We get these gesturing hands, which I really hope you guys can sort of see what they've done here. Let me grab one of my lights. It looks as if these hands are molded in a translucent plastic so that the webbing between the fingers is a little transparent. But then the hands are then fully painted with opaque paint so that the hands look and appear opaque. As you can see, even the extra little piece here on the articulation joint is translucent. So we do on him in the package get 2 open gesturing hands, which are really cool. And then we're going to get 2, I don't know if I grabbed the right ones. Yeah, I did. Got lucky. A left and a right gripping hand on vertical hinges. And then we're also going to get a left and right gripping hand on horizontal hinges. So that's pretty cool. We're also going to get this little gourd that we've seen before. I think we've seen it with the Monkey King and some various other places. It was given away as like a gold trinket one year at LegionsCon, I think last year with the Armory experience. But we do get one of those. And then we do get his tail. Again, this is cast in a translucent material. And then it is beautifully painted by Eric Miller, who painted this figure for the Four Horsemen of this beautiful gradient from a bright orange to a gold into the white or translucent plastic there. We do get 2 sets of what I thought might have been pieces for his head, but they're actually back plates. These are also cast in a translucent material and painted with this beautiful pearlescent color. And these are pieces for his back to, if you want to complete the look. This set, of course, this piece here is designed to work with the shoulder pauldrons. It's got the cutout for the holes. And then this set over here is full, so you can cover up the holes if you want. And they're made of a very soft, rubbery, pliable plastic, so these aren't too sharp and you don't have to worry about them breaking. Now, we do get 2 full decorated heads here, and I wonder, it looks like this front piece here is somehow, it's not removable, but it is a separate piece, and I believe that that might mean that maybe in the future they could swap out the faceplate for something else, keeping this part of the head intact, and then this piece being separate. You can see where it is separate, but they're both molded in that clear translucent plastic so that you get some translucency in the little, what do you want to call them, whiskers that hang down, the fins on the side and the back of the head. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful paint job by Eric Miller. Just looks gorgeous. A little bit of hit of blue in the eye. It's just absolutely fantastic. And then we get that same head sculpt again. This time, oh wait, no, this piece, it has to be removable because this is a swappable faceplate. So I thought maybe this was glued on. Oh, okay, very cool. So it is swappable, and you get this secondary faceplate where he has his teeth are kind of bared. In this one, he has his teeth, or his mouth is closed. But he has got maybe like this piece of driftwood that he has carved and shaped and formed into some sort of helmet. It just looks absolutely Beautiful. Again, to go in with that found, reclaimed, and repurposed style of armor. I think that's absolutely cool. And yeah, now that I've popped that off, this becomes really easy. I thought it was glued on, and that would be like a future feature. Because we all know that the Four Horsemen are always forward thinking. So yeah, there you go. There is that. So here is Koi, the full figure. And I did want to, before I show off the figure, I did want to get something out of the way, because we've actually seen the arms and the torso here before. If it looks familiar to you, that is because it goes all the way back to Wave 1 of Cosmic Legions and Oleg Thygar. You can see that this is the exact same chest, torso, lower abdomen, upper arms. Who knew that this alien body would be repurposed in the future as a koi fish? I certainly didn't think that. And then we saw it again last year, the same torso on upper arms and bits and pieces here from the Ninian Guard. Again, completely different paint job, completely different colorway, but you can see the reuse. I believe these legs are also his upper thighs are the same, because you can see the sculpting is the exact same. It's just the paint job that is different. Another little bit of reuse is a figure that I picked up from LegionsCon, but I haven't opened yet, is the Thraxian Scout. If you can see that his gauntlets and arm armor and his leg armor is the same from the Thraxian Scout. So the chest and upper arms and thighs are not the only thing being borrowed from the Cosmic Legions line. Now, I do believe that this is a new belt, lower armor piece that maybe it's going to be used in future waves that have already been revealed and haven't come out yet, but I don't believe it's been released yet. I think this is a new piece that we haven't gotten in our library as of yet, but you can see it's got lots of patches. This piece here is separate from the lower armor piece. We've got some straps for weaponry. We do get a nice wired soft goods piece. We have this that we first got on the Valiant Knight, so we've seen this before. And then, of course, we have this very unique lower armor structure, which is the Knight, the top of the Knight upper leg that goes into the knee, and then the lower part. So that is pretty dope. How is that handled on the Thraxian? Oh, he just has like an extra little knee piece that's wood. Okay, so I guess you could swap that out if you wanted to, but this is kind of neat. So again, playing up that whole idea of things that are found or repurposed. So we have what could be wood, we've got some bone, we've got more bone in here, more wood, and then the metal knee pieces, and then brand new feet I don't believe we've seen before with the webbing between the toes, and those again also look like they were cast in translucent plastic. So what does this guy kind of look like all kind of decked out? Let's start working on that. So let's, before we put the pauldrons on, let me show you, like, here is the back piece that actually works with the pauldrons, so you can see how the holes are left and you can still easily put the pauldrons on, or if you want to pull this off and then put on a back piece here that has that back fin that completely covers the holes, and man, it just fits in there so beautifully. Of course, you can see a little seam, but it does blend in. And again, Eric, kudos, my friend. This paint job is exquisite. So let's go ahead and use the part that allows the shoulder pauldrons, because I do love this fin and I want to put this on here, but I also want to use those shoulder pauldrons. Let's put that on there, and then let's get the shoulder pauldrons in. And these pauldrons feel very sturdy and made of a very thick plastic, so you're not going to have that gumminess that sometimes happens with the post not wanting to push in all the way. Sometimes I always say that the pauldrons will fight me a little bit, and that's what I mean. There you have it. Let's pull those down, and that just, ooh, it adds so much to the look. And then let's get, you know, the gorget, or whatever we want to call this, the neck armor. We'll set that in. It nestles in right there. And then let's get the head. And that's what the regular head looks like. Pretty amazing. And then let's look at the armor head. Oh, no. I forgot. This is not a... I'm always thinking that they've given us a separate head, but let's pop this piece off. Come on. There we go. And then let's put this faceplate on. And here's his fully decked out armored look if he's heading to shore to make battle, or if he's going into battle aboard another ship, or getting ready for battle on his own ship. Man, he just looks pretty fantastic, and this is just really, really dope, head to toe. What a great figure. I absolutely love this, and can't wait to see how they give us other Amuurians in the future. We don't know if they're all koi fish, or maybe their Amuurians are just fish people, and different different regional Amuurians would be different fish types. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But man, I would love to get a lot of like fishmen to fill out his crew in different colorways, maybe of different fish. That would be really dope. Can you imagine like a black and white, like some sort of like zebrafish? Man, that would just be absolutely incredible. So let's get this guy up on the rotating base and give our final thoughts. Man, I gotta tell you, this has been happening more and more recently with these Mythic Legions, LegionsCon exclusives. If I had opened this guy at LegionsCon and messed around with him, I definitely would have picked up a second one to maybe customize and maybe have a different fish person, because he moves great, the articulation is great, all the display options are phenomenal. I love the parts reuse. I love the mixture of wood and metal and bone. This whole idea that these guys reclaim parts, you know, kind of like the ocean. They reclaim parts and pieces that have been discarded, and then they make use of them. I absolutely love that as a cultural element to their backstory and their design. I absolutely love it. The parts reuse here is brilliant, and all the new parts and pieces are phenomenal. And I just cannot say enough about Eric Miller's paint job, buddy. You absolutely crushed it. But you know, you guys let me know in the comments down below. If you were at LegionsCon, did you pick one of these up? Did you pass on it? Are you going to pick him up later if they make him available as a? I'm sure they will make a retail release version of this, just like they did with the Valiant Knight and the Ninian. I'm probably going to be at ZoloCon in February, and I'm sure they're going to have this there as an offering. So I'll probably pick another one up there, because this guy is just that freaking fire. So let me know in the comments down below, if you attended LegionsCon, did you get one? If you didn't attend LegionsCon, did you have somebody help you get one? Let me know in the comments down below. So please continue to check out our brand new podcast called Across the Toyverse. We're around 9, or I think we're recording like the 10th episode this week, the week of Thanksgiving. So definitely check that out wherever you get your podcast. Please continue to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector, Mark, and I'll see you in the toy aisles.